Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm rocking my big hair, don't care look today. Yes. This story time is actually a collab with the fabulous, beautiful, and hilarious Miss Miley Carter, y'all. If you guys have not checked out her channel, you definitely need to. I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below, so please go ahead and subscribe to her channel. She is just too much for my soul. She will have you guys cracking up. And also check out her story time video as well, and when you do, let her know that I sent you. Hey boo! Okay, you guys, so for this story time, we are going to tell you guys about the first time we got in our first fight. Real fight? You guys, honestly, for me, this is my first and only fight because in the words of the late, great Michael Jackson, I'm a lover, not a fighter. So let's get into the story. All right, you guys, so I was pretty much freshly 21 at the time, and so obviously I like to party, I like to drink, and I had been dating this guy. Now, we were basically living together. I mean, it was his place, but I was over there like all the time. So we basically lived together. I mean, you guys know how that goes. So it was the 4th of July and we were like, hey, why don't we call a bunch of friends over and we can just drink all day? I mean, the plan honestly was to just get shitty like all day, just drinking nonstop. So we call a bunch of our friends over and they start coming over. Everything's going good. We're drinking, we're partying, we're having a good time. And then all of a sudden, one of his guy friends comes over and he's like, hey, I want to invite so-and-so over. He's talking about a girl. And immediately when he says her name, I'm like, because I'd actually known this girl from high school and it was like an unspoken thing. You know how us females are. It's like an unspoken thing, but we knew that we really did not like each other. So I was already like, no. So I told the guy that I was dating, I was like, you know, honestly, I don't like this girl. I know she doesn't like me. I don't think that she should come over. Like, warning. Now, honestly, when I look back on it, what he should have done was told his guy friend, like, look, this is my house, my girl's here, my girl doesn't like this girl that you're trying to invite over, so she can't come. Now that's what he should have done, right? Am I right? Instead, he's like, babe, you know, just be cool, you know, he wants her to come over, just be cool, you know, everything will be fine, just let her come over. So I took the higher road and I was like, okay, she can come over, you know, everything should be fine, I won't bother her, things will be chill. So, you know, an hour or so passes and finally the door knocks and it's her. So I'm already just like, okay. So she comes in, we're nice, you know, we're cordial to each other, we take the higher road, you know, we both act like ladies, and you know, so we start talking, but the whole time you can tell it's one of those conversations where you're just like, the whole conversation, it just felt fake. You could tell the whole time. So, you know, our conversation ends and so she's having her little side conversations with the guys. Now, let me also point this out. At this party, it's just me and her. We're the only two girls. So naturally, you know, as girls, you know how us girls are, you can feel that like underlining competition, like who looks better and all this other stuff. You know how we are. You know how we are. We're petty Eddie. So she starts talking about herself constantly. She's just in everybody's ear about how good she looks and how fabulous she is and how everybody thinks that she's so cute. So I'm just kind of ignoring it and I'm just like, whatever, just okay, whatever. Then all of a sudden she goes, and I look like Nicki Minaj. And I was like, bitch, where? And you guys, right now I am fighting every petty bone in my body not to do a side-by-side comparison of this girl with Nicki Minaj, because I was like, who told you that? Obviously, I'm already taken, so every guy is trying to, you know what I'm saying, get with her for the night. So every guy is like, yeah, you know, you kind of do. And I'm like sitting here thinking the whole time, like the worst possible thing that you can do is give a girl false confidence and hype her up on some stuff that is not true, because then she's just going to be feeling herself way too much. And she was already clearly feeling herself way too much. It's like when, you know, those people go and try out for American Idol that can't sing and they're like, oh, my family like tells me I can sing all the time. They love to have me sing. I sing at all our Christmas parties. And you're sitting there like, why would you guys even tell this person that they can sing? Like, that's what they were doing to her. So I'm like, oh my God, if y'all don't stop lying to this girl and telling her she looks like Nicki Minaj. So I just let that slide, but I was just like, oh my goodness, like it was just so irritating how much she was feeling herself. Like, you guys, so irritating. So anyway, the night goes on and she's doing her own thing and I'm doing my own thing, but we're still all drinking. So by the time night falls, I am trashed. I mean, trash. So we ended up walking into a neighborhood and there was this house party that we knew some people at, so we stopped by. And everybody was actually just standing outside. Like I said, it was the 4th of July, so everybody was outside drinking, doing fireworks. And I went into the bathroom for a quick second. And then when I came out, she was standing on the sidewalk closest to the house. So I'm sitting there, I'm standing next to her or whatever, and she starts talking once again about herself. Like I said, y'all, I am at this point trashed. So just hearing her continuously going on about herself is just irritating the shit out of me. And then all of a sudden, she goes, da 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 da, and you know I look like Nicki Minaj. Y'all, I turned around to this girl, and you know what, honestly, looking back on it, I would not do this now. I really wouldn't. But I looked at this girl and I was like,
you do not look like Nicki Minaj.
It's so funny looking back on it now, because that was the straw that broke the camel's back, y'all. She was so offended. That statement just hurt her little heart so bad, you guys. She was so mad. But you know what? The truth hurts. The truth hurts. Somebody had to tell her the truth. Somebody had to do her a favor, because this poor girl was going around thinking that she was looking like Nicki when she's looking like Icky. And I felt bad. So I felt like it was my duty, you know, as a let me stop. Honestly, I was just being petty as fuck. So after I said that, she was like, da 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 da. She starts yelling and screaming at me, and then she grabs my hair. One, don't ever grab a black woman's hair, and you guys already know why. I don't need to go no further. Secondly, I feel like if you're going to fight me, then fight me. Like, I hate when people do the whole pulling of the hair thing. Like, no, if you want to be bold enough to initiate a fight with me, then, you know, throw some punches at me. So anyway, she starts pulling my hair, and because she's pulling my hair, you know, there's not much I can do. Like, my head is obviously crouched down, you know, into my body. So she pulls on my hair, she pulls me down and slams me by my hair to the ground. I'm so drunk at this point that I'm kind of like, what the hell is happening? Like, I'm in and out of like awareness. Like, what the hell is happening? You know, at this point, I'm rolling on the ground. Like, I had done a tumble, like, on the ground. I'm like, what the hell? So I get up and I swing. I like just punched her in the nose. So she's bleeding all over the place. And I'm like, I'm still drunk as fuck. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So anyway, we're kind of going at it. We're like rustling here. We're like, you know, tussling. Our hands are on each other. And I'm like pushing her. She's pushing me. And then once again, she grabs my hair. Y'all, I was so pissed. So she grabs my hair. She's pulling on my hair. So I grab her hair. So at this point, you know, we're in a hair tug of war. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tugging at her hair. She's tugging at mine. And then finally, I just give her one good uppercut to the nose. And she lets me go. And one of my ex-boyfriend's friends, he grabs me and puts me in like a little, like, you know, Indian cross, kind of his legs are like crossed over my body, and he's like holding me. He's like, Gabby, calm down, Gabby, calm down. And I'm like, no, like, I'm yelling, I'm all hyped up. I'm like, no, fuck her. And I've never been in a fight in my life, but I was just so pissed off. Like, I was so pissed off. I don't have time for people touching my hair, touching me, like, at all. Like I said, I'm a lover, not a fighter, you know. I don't fight. Like, I don't find any enjoyment in that. I don't find it necessary. Like, if I have a problem with you, I can express it through my words. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lady. I don't need to express myself that way. So I was just irritated that I was even in that situation to begin with. So after all that, they go ahead and they calm her down. They calm me down. But just something inside of me, you guys, was just still burning. Like I said, I just was so mad that I was in that situation. It just irritated me so bad. So you guys, I went into the neighbor's yard. In the neighbor's yard, you guys, they had like this loose stake from their fence. And I grabbed the stake from the fence and I just ran right up to her. Y'all, I went into full crazy mode and I just had the stake up to her face and I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Y'all, it was nuts. It was nuts. Like, looking back, I'm just like, oh my God. I fucking went Rambo on her. And she was like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna stab me with that? And I was like, yes, bitch. But something inside of me, obviously, you guys, you know, the inner lover, like I said, the inner lover in me. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. So then I just threw it down and I was like, fucking bitch. And I just walked away. And so, yeah, y'all, I mean, that was the first fight that I've ever been in. You know, I feel like I won that one because she wasn't really throwing any punches, you know what I'm saying? Also, at the end of the day, I wasn't the one bleeding with the busted nose. She was. So I feel like my first and only fight, I took the win. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. And I will see you guys next time.